I tell you something, them concrete Spanish beds don't help me sleep. Oh my days. We are doing the paper round this morning here on Adam FC. I'm a little bit worse for wear. Not slept well. I think it's just through flashbacks of that elbow that didn't even get looked at on VAR. That is where we're starting the paper round this morning, by the way, everybody. We are going to be talking about Pep Guardiola being a Hammers fan, and we're also going to talk about Glasner and him leaving Palace. Iriola, why would you want to go to Crystal Palace? And, of course, Arne Slot, again, more failings and more poor disappointing results at Anfield, with the Anfield crowd letting it be known how they feel. We'll talk about that, but let's start with that Bruno Fernandes elbow and what Mike Dean actually said. Did he uncover some kind of refereeing mentality towards the back end of a season? Now, I'm sure if you have seen this, you already know why I'm a little bit angry about it, but if you haven't seen it or heard what Mike Dean said on Soccer Saturday about the incidents in that Sunderland game where Bruno Fernandes gets a clear elbow off the ball in the face, in the side of the face from Sunderland player, that is what we're talking about right now. And the explanation for it, I think I've seen it back. I was obviously watching the game here, but Paul Merson was covering it on Sky, and this is the story and how it broke down. It was like Paul Merson was talking about this, how Bruno Fernandes releases the ball, he's looking straight ahead, and then the player comes in behind him and just sticks an elbow just on the side of his face off the ball. This could be a red card. Now that's Paul Merson. Paul Merson, who, let's be honest, never really has anything much to say about Manchester United, nothing positive anyway. But if he's saying that, then you know that there is definitely something not right there. Anyway, we all looked at it and we all thought the same. Bruno Fernandes went mad. Martinez came in as well. He was moaning. This is the same referee that obviously sent off Harry Maguire, didn't give Amad Diallo a penalty when he should against Bournemouth. So there is form here for poor decisions against Manchester United. Merson says red card. Then we go across to Mike Dean, who's the referee covering all of the Soccer Saturday games now. So they put a referee on there because VAR is running the whole bleeding game. I mean, I've not watched Soccer Saturday for a while, I'd no need to, because United never play on Saturdays. So, and this comes across to Mike Dean. He then says, there's not much contact there, but why would you put yourself in that position and give VAR the opportunity? Anyway, apparently it's checked, they've looked at it and nothing in it. Not even a yellow card. Okay, right, then it gets even more complicated, because then the conversation goes on in the studio where Merson's asking the question, the host of the show's asking the questions like, are they not actually looking at, why are they not looking at that? It's clearly an elbow in the face, but if you think it's a red or a yellow, surely. Anyway, it goes back to Mike Dean, and then the comment comes out from Mike Dean where he says, well, it's May, isn't it? Which then sparks more debate within the panel on the show, with them then saying, well, the referee's still got a job to do, hasn't he? I can't believe he's actually come out and said that. Is that how referees look at the season? Are they having a month off? Why would Mike Dean say, well, it's May? Well, that honestly is not good enough. That is a disgrace, and that has sparked social media outcry. As the hurricane from the sea comes in and blows me all over the place, I might have to take a detour in a minute just in case you can't hear me on this one. But yeah, that was basically the incident, and that's what happened yesterday. I didn't see this until this morning, but I mean, that there alone, that's just ridiculous. If that's how this is going to go down, this is how these referees are actually thinking, then you kind of do go down the road of thinking that something is actually going on, and something, I don't want to say the word corrupt, I don't want to bring that into this, and I don't want to say that this is how the game is going, but that, you've got to think, haven't you? That there is ridiculous. I don't think he's realised what he said there, Mike Dean. It's an absolute joke, it's a farce, in fact. And look, there are some, obviously, some other decisions in that game that could have gone against United as well. I'm well aware of this. I'm only making a point of this because of what Mike Dean said. And obviously, every single club's probably got something to moan about from the PGMO this season. But again, it's highlighted by something in a Manchester United game, and it's just not on. It's ridiculous. But what it's coming down to people saying that VAR is needed, But then the argument against it every single time is, well, you've still got numpties pressing the buttons. So if they don't press the right button, because it's still their opinion, then we're still going to have the same problem we had before VAR. It's a joke. Anyway, that's the top story. Moving on, and obviously Manchester City win yesterday, 2 points behind Arsenal now, so huge game today between Arsenal and West Ham. And Pep Guardiola, being Pep Guardiola, a bit more upbeat after his team win this week, and in his press conference shouted out, "Let's go Irons," or "Let's go Hammers," I can't remember which one it was now. Crossed his hands in the signal that everybody knows, which is obviously up the Irons. But it's just, again, a little desperate cry from Pep Guardiola to actually say, you know what, we balls this up, maybe another team can help us out. West Ham need a win for their fight in relegation. It is a massive day in the Premier League today, because I think if Arsenal win this one, then City are coming up then against a free-flowing Bournemouth side next, and they are flying right now. 3 points, by the way, behind Aston Villa for the top 5. Villa, with their eyes on that Europa League, are they going to gamble everything on that one game and not get Champions League? This is where decisions need to be made. This is where it gets exciting. The papers talking up the chances of Iraola after this season and where Bournemouth are of going to Palace. I mean, yeah, they're in their own European final, but seriously, Crystal Palace, I mean, Iraola's better than that, isn't there? Why would you go to a club below you in the league? I don't understand that. He's not going to get any more backing, because Palace are notorious for not spending money. I can't believe that this decision is actually even being contemplated. But look, Bournemouth are having a fantastic season, and they are going to have a say in this title race, because I don't see City beating them. They are unbeaten. They're on a fantastic run. I think it's 14 games now, Bournemouth, the longest in the Premier League this season. That is crazy. And just to put both of them stories together, it's a mind boggler, isn't it? It's like, what? Why are you even thinking of going to Crystal Palace with what Glasner's been through? No backing. I mean, he's got a lot out of that team there, Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner. And wow, if he ends up winning 3 trophies and just walking away, he's walking away like a boss, isn't he? Seriously. But I don't get Iraola at all. I hope he doesn't go there. He deserves more. He really does. I mean, Palace, I can see why they're trying to get him. 3-year deal on the table, apparently. A manager that doesn't look like he is going to be lasting much longer. Although, when you listen to reports from Liverpool, they're ready to back Arne Slot. I think Liverpool fans are crying into their cereal this morning at the thought of Arne Slot still being the manager next season. After what he said to about Mo Salah, I mean, Mo Salah talked about standards at the football club, and when asked a question on that, Arne Slot came back before that game against Chelsea and said, it's about standards on the pitch, not just in the gym. I mean, seriously, he is adhering himself to that Liverpool faithful, isn't he? Not. But yes, another poor performance against Chelsea yesterday at home. More points dropped for Liverpool. They're pretty much safe in the Champions League probably now, because Villa are floundering, but they have really, really scraped in. And that isn't good enough after a championship winning season. That standard that Arne Slot's talking about probably won't cut it with most Liverpool fans. That's the paper round, everybody. Let me know what you think. I'm off with the girls now to play finals day, so keep a track of that. If you click on to the Winton Ladies social media, Instagram, keep a track of how we get on today. I'll keep everybody updated. Big start today. Hopefully this wind calms down a little bit, because it's blew me away this morning. But give the video a like, subscribe to Adam FC for all of your latest. Get your comments in below, everybody. I'll see you all later on.